Sit on your butt. We know what you're doing.
Okay, this is another reaction video, Reaction Saturday. The reaction video is a Dave Ramsey reaction video. Well, it's not a Dave Ramsey reaction video, but this is a reaction video. I'm reacting to a Dave Ramsey video called America is Facing a Crisis, Dave Ramsey Rant. Let's hear this. By the way, guys, make sure you hit that like button. Let's go.
We've spent way too much time in the last 2 decades in America talking about our feelings.
Oh no, feelings.
We ought to deal with some facts and then let your feelings decide from there how you feel about the facts.
Let your feelings decide how you feel about the facts. I can't.
But let's start with facts, because that changes everything. That leads me to something I want to talk to you about. You've got your finger on the pulse of this whole freaking job market that is the weirdest job market I have ever seen in 50 years.
Oh, yeah.
I've been working.
Dave about to go on his rants. I heard his rant already.
Working 50 years.
Oh, yeah.
Started cutting grass when I was 12. I'm 62. Okay, so, but I mean, I've been in the workplace 40 years, right?
Okay.
And I've owned a business a lot of that time of one kind.
We know, Dave. We know.
Kind or another. And I've never seen a job market. This is the weirdest dadgum job market. On the one hand, we've got these immoral corporate doobers laying people off just to run their profits up, or because they're scared of what might happen next year.
Recession.
In anticipation of that, they do 10,000 people, put them on the street, right? There's that. There's people leaving their jobs to go take higher pay or work from home, only to find out that they're the first ones laid off, or that they've entered into a toxic culture of some kind or another that's a dadgum...
A toxic culture? I wonder what you're referring to. Let's carry on.
Mess. And so for $10,000 or $20,000 or $30,000 or $40,000 more a year, that they went and took a job and now they regret it. So there's the great resignation followed by the great regret. You got those people. You got the other people being laid off. And at the same time, we've still got a labor shortage.
Yes.
It's the most convoluted, screwed up thing I've ever seen.
Well, you got a fact that you saw the pandemic create 4 million new jobs, okay? And then when the pandemic was over, 4 million people that had left or maybe were laid off or retired during that time didn't come back. So that's created a disparity. Plus, you've got 7 million men that are between the age of 25 and 55 who are able to work and are choosing not to work. They are living off of someone. Well,
I want to see the stats for this. I mean, I don't know because I'm not exactly sure, but I think the thing with the labor shortage, I think the main problem is you have a lot of, I mean, like, when I'm saying labor, like physical jobs, they're underpaying people. So when people are no longer willing to want to do that, is because the labor jobs are like very intensive, and they don't pay you a lot, even just to cover your basic bills. So that, I think, is where the shortage is, as far as the labor, the jobs that no one really wants to do. I think that's where the really shortage is. As far as the high-paying jobs or jobs that you get paid a higher amount, I don't really think there's any kind of shortage there. I think they actually have too many people there. I think the shortage is like the jobs that no one wants to work, very labor-intensive, maybe like very labor-intensive, like they work you 24/7. Those, and they pay you low. Those are where the shortage is. The nice higher quality jobs and stuff like that, I don't really think there's a shortage there. But let me know in the comments below, what do you think?
whether that be government benefits.
And it'll also be good, like, when they say stuff like this, to kind of bring up the statistics and numbers where they get in this stuff that they're saying from. That'd be good to know, because they're talking about something I'm not really sure about, this 7 million, what they're talking about. But anyway, let's carry on.
One piece of research that we were talking about the other day said they spend 2,000 hours a year on a screen,
which means they're getting
playing Call of Duty, and they don't know what duty is.
That's
he's talking about the gamers. He's coming for you, gamers.
right. They're medicating themselves with the dopamine from screen.
All right. I think they're doing a bit much. I think right here what they're talking about is more so different generations. We're generations that grew up with computers, the internet, social media. That's kind of a part of our life. They're much older, so they're not in the computer generation. So they're going to have a bias as far as being on the screen and being next to your computer and on the internet all the time because that's not what they grew up on. But let's carry on.
And entertainment in all of its various forms. And instead of getting out there and getting the contribution and the dopamine that comes from, hey, I did something that mattered today. So we have a
work ethic crisis. We have a shortage of labor.
That's right.
We have a values crisis with corporate America dumping people on the street. We have people jumping ship from out of the frying pan into the fire.
That's right.
They leave what they thought was a bad job to get a much better pay, but at a horrible place who treats them like crap. Yep. So I can work from home part-time and get paid for full-time because everybody that works from home does not work 8 hours. Let me just tell you, okay?
Shh, don't tell anyone that, Dave. We need to get paid 8 hours regardless. I get paid for what I know, not what I do. Remember that.
Sit on your butt. We know what you're doing. And
watching your videos.
Or you're working 2 of these full-time jobs, which is straight up unethical.
That's professional polygamy, Dave. I coined
professional. Yo, they be making up stuff. Hold up. What about being ambitious? What about that? Oh, I thought they were so lazy. Now if you get 2 jobs, now it's unethical. It technically is from I guess the rules technically, but I'm rambling too much.
Let me just tell you, okay? You sit on your butt. We know what you're doing. Or you're working 2 of these full-time jobs, which is straight up unethical.
To me, that's where he contradicts himself, because then he said they had horrible work ethic. But if you have 2 jobs, I mean, that shows that you're being a little bit ambitious. You're trying to increase your income, maximize your income, given within those time periods. But
professional polygamy, Dave. I coined that term the other day. Professional polygamy.
Working
professionally, making up stuff.
2 full-time jobs and calling it work from home.
Yeah, you're cheating on both of them.
Professional.
What about productivity, though?
Polygamy.
You got quiet quitting. I decided to come up with my own term, but it's a real thing.
No, you definitely made that up, bro.
You're lying to both companies.
It's career infidelity.
That's it. It is.
Career infidelity. Trolling.
I know.
Okay.
No, but so
he's a troller.
Here's what's interesting. And I want to give an economic and a money play on this. All of that we just laid out.
So in the middle of that, a person that will work hard and has character, in the middle of all that discombobulation, there's opportunity, big time.
Oh, sure. Of course there is. Well, but see, now here's what's interesting. But you got to be careful.
That's what I was saying. He was contradicting himself right there. Because I was like, if you're working 2 jobs and you're like maximizing, getting everything done, I mean, you going to penalize them for that now because... Oh, you're super ambitious. You're only supposed to have 1 job, so you're only going to do one thing and nothing else?
Careful not to just take the paycheck opportunity.
It's not just a paycheck. I'm saying you could go find a great company at above average pay.
Oh, yeah, and move up.
And have a great career opportunity without working for some bunch of doobers.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. But people don't make the decision exclusively on the pay change.
No,
you've got to look at the quality of the leadership team, the situation.
Yeah, so it's the right role.
Look, in this generation, when it comes to jobs, I'm like, there's no loyalty. Look, as soon as a better opportunity come, in our generation, gone. Loyalty for these jobs, nah. That's the thing of the past. But I commend, I commend your loyalty though. But that's dead.
The data is telling us if you're working from home or if you're the last one hired, you're going to be the first ones laid off.
It's absolutely true. That is data-based.
So you are vulnerable if you took a job doing that for more. So you left a regular job in the office, 40 hours and you make $35,000 a year more than you used to make, but you're working from home.
That concludes this video. Let me know what you think about what they said. If you haven't already, make sure you hit the like button. If you're new, make sure you subscribe to my channel. I'm